Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Robert Oppenheimer. These men are just a few examples of household names known because of their great discoveries and achievements in science. But there's one brilliant mind that was far too often left out of the conversation, and her name is Marie Curie. She did not get enough credit for her work at first, especially for the things she's discovered. One of the many incredible things she has discovered is, drumroll please, radium.
Marie and Pierre Curie discovered the element radium on December 21st, 1898.
The discovery of radium is a turning point in history because it led to a tragic outcome for a group of factory workers known as the Radium Girls.
While simultaneously starting one of the first giant leaps towards effective cancer treatment, she also opened the door for many female scientists around the world.
Now for a quick radium lesson.
Radium is a radioactive element on the periodic table. You can find it in the alkaline earth metal section. It is very harmful to the human body and can increase cancer risks, which is ironic given the fact that it can be used to treat some cancers. Radium is a radionuclide formed by the decay of thorium and uranium. Radium has 34 isotopes. Isotopes are different types of an atom based on their chemical material. Isotopes have the same values and properties as each other, even though they are different. Think of it as isotopes being different variants of an atom. All radium isotopes are still radium. Radium is a fascinating and complex material, and science knows so much about it thanks to Marie Curie. She was without a doubt a genius. She was the only woman in attendance at the Solvay Conference in 1927. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and she was the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes, all while being a woman, in the 1800s. But because she was a woman, people overlooked her. Marie Curie was born as Maria Sklodowska in Warsaw, Poland, and met her future husband, Pierre Curie, in 1894 at Sorbonne University in Paris, where she was continuing her studies after gaining a licentiateship in physical and mathematical science. Pierre Curie was a physics professor there. Pierre was fascinated by Marie's work, so he dropped his own and joined forces with her on radioactive science. They fell in love and got married the following year. When Marie and Pierre found radium in a pitch blende, it fascinated them, so they decided to study it. This discovery ended up being very important to radiological science, and radium was officialized as an element in April of 1902. In 1903, Henri Becquerel, a scientist they worked with, and Pierre Curie both were credited and offered a Nobel Prize for their efforts. Marie Curie was in the dark of the public eye, but Pierre refused to accept the Nobel Prize if Marie wasn't included. She eventually was. Later, she was awarded with her second Nobel Prize in chemistry. Marie Curie died in 1934 when she was 66 from aplastic pernicious anemia, a blood disease that was caused by her exposure to radiation.
Not so fun fact. Marie Curie's body and journal is still radioactive to this day, and likely will be for at least 600 years, if not more.
While her life was cut short due to the nature of her work, her contribution to science continues on to this day.
Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less.
After Marie Curie won a Nobel Prize, a chain reaction followed. More females have won Nobel Prizes after that and are still winning them to this day. In fact, Marie's daughter, Irene Joliette Curie, won a Nobel Prize at age 38 in 1935. Sadly, Marie didn't live to see it. Marie Curie has been an inspiration to many women.
The farther an experiment is from theory, the closer it is to a Nobel Prize.
Okay, yeah, Marie discovered radium, but there's more detail on their process of discovering it. In 1898, Marie found something unexpected. A pitch blende, which was an ore that was thought to only contain uranium at the time, was 400 times more radioactive than uranium itself. Marie and Pierre knew that there was more than just uranium creating all of this radioactivity in the pitch blende, so they investigated and separated the pitch blende, leading to the discovery of radium. It's interesting? Wait. It's cool that they separated it, but what's most interesting is how they did it. This is a pitch blend that contains many radioactive elements. Some of these elements are soluble in acid and some aren't. Lucky for the Curies, radium did not dissolve in this acid. Like a strainer, once everything was ready, they pour the acid out, leaving a mystery sludge at the bottom of the pot to examine, leading to the discovery of, can I get another drum roll? Radium!
It's key to note why the discovery of radium is so important. It has led to many turning points in scientific history, some for the better and some for the worse. Whether that's in the medical field helping to fight cancer or helping to understand the dangers of radioactivity to the body. It is known that radium is very dangerous on its own, but it took a while for people to understand how harmful it truly is. Because it glows green when mixed with phosphorescent copper-doped zinc sulfide, radium was used in many commercial products, such as cooking products and cosmetics, as well as military products like clocks or aircraft switches or anything that needed to be seen in the dark. This was found out in 1908 by none other than, of course, Marie and Pierre Curie. Once people became more aware of the dangers and high levels of radioactivity in radium, the demand for radium products died down. However, it was still needed for its glow-in-the-dark uses. With all of these products being sold, someone had to make them. Introducing the radium